Alrighty folks, this is going to be our very first Tiny Tip Tuesday video, and today I am just going to go over how to pin things when you are sewing with fur. There are lots of different options of pinning materials and tools that you can use. It really depends on your preferences to some degree, so you can try a few things. When you're using a sewing machine, the best way to put pins in, if at all possible, and sometimes you'll hit curves and stuff where it's not, is to put your pins in perpendicular to how you're going to be sewing. So like I'll be sewing the seam from this direction, this way, or well actually the other way, because sewing machines feed in a certain direction. But I want to put my pins in this way because when I'm going through with the sewing machine, if I go slowly and gently, the sewing machine should be able to sew right across the pins without me needing to pull them out, one. And two, it's a lot easier to pull them out when they're perpendicular like this and you're not losing your mind. Some other tips are for fur. There are a couple of good options. There are also these super cool little plastic clips. They just clip on your fur and clamp it together. Those can be really handy, especially if you're trying to keep fur in that seam, which you want to do. There are a few different lengths of pins you can get. You see my longer length here, which I usually will use for longer pile furs, or as long as I have plenty of room. If I'm getting into a more crowded space, even with fur, I might use this shorter length. It's a little less convenient for fur because the longer you pile, the more you have to dig through, and it's a little frustrating, but sometimes you just need that longer pin. Note how I have these big plastic toppers on them. There's all kinds of toppers you can get for pins. Some of them are really cute and neat and fun. The one type of pin I absolutely never recommend using is the kind you might get if you take your clothes for dry cleaning, or if you're just really cheap, is this kind. You can see this is like the tiniest little pin head ever, if you can see that. And these are the pins that usually get left in fursuits and fursuit parts that people get, and then they're really angry because they're like, I put my head on, here's a bad review because I got stabbed in the eye with a pin. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to be stabbed in the eye with a pin. So yeah, like bright colors, good contrasting colors. Like obviously if you're doing white fur, don't use a white topper. Use a dark blue topper or a shiny purple topper, or like I'm just looking at my pin cushion and all the different colors of pins I've got here. That's a long one. I'm going to put that in a long pile. And that brings us to pin magnet. These are freaking great. You drop all your pins everywhere like we do all the time, and it sucks them right back up. And also when you're trying to work fast, you don't have to like stick it into the cushion. You just go, okay, it's in there. Cool. Alright, hope this was helpful to somebody. We'll be recording other ones. I'm going to try to get one out every Tuesday, but we'll see how that works. This is Brock, signing off.